posts like multiple choice trivia polls on his community tab, and I've done a couple videos with his polls before and you guys seem to like them, so we're doing another one today. Luckily he gives me like unlimited content because he posts so many of these every day, and it's great. But yeah, so let's get started. Let me know how you do, how many you get right, and at the very least I feel like all of these are just really fun facts. So yeah, let's get started. Question number 1. How much was the most expensive wedding ever? Most expensive wedding ever. $12 million, $31 million, $58 million, or $104 million? Jeez. The answer is $58 million. The wedding of billionaire Lakshmi Mittal's daughter Vanisha and her husband Amit. It was 6 days, taking place at the Palace of Versailles. God, that's crazy. Honestly, it doesn't even seem like that much. Like, with all the billionaires there are in this world, I'm surprised there hasn't been someone that's spent more on a wedding. Country number 2. The country that... Country number 2. Question number 2. Sorry. Country that drinks the least milk. India, Finland, Egypt, or North Korea? Sorry, I get a little mixed up when I'm trying to read and talk at the same time. The answer is North Korea. North Korea drinks the least milk. Interesting. Question number 3. Most money ever spent on one piece of food. $34,500, $78,000, $134,000, or $176,000. The answer is $34,500. That's kind of disappointing when it's the lowest one, but almas beluga is the most expensive food in the world at $34,500 per kilogram. It is a caviar made from the eggs of an albino sturgeon, which allows it to produce white eggs. Okay. I have no desire for that. What percent of newly married people met online? 4%, 17%, 28%, or 40%? The answer is 17%. Wow. That's crazy. It says it was 8% 15 years ago and is expected to be 30% by 2035. Wow. Okay, that's interesting. What is the most common business to launder money? Pizza places, grocery stores, car washes, or dry cleaners? The answer is dry cleaners. That's funny. Because, like, laundering money, like laundry. Ah, funny. Which country has the fewest vegetarians? Russia, China, Hungary, or Brazil? Fewest vegetarians. Sorry about my stomach growling. The answer is Russia. Russia has the fewest chip, the screen, the battery, or the camera? Most expensive part. Most expensive part. The answer is the chip. The chip. What is the average amount of time for a baby to say their first word? 8 months, 11 months, 15 months, or 19 months? The answer is 11 months. I have no idea how old I was. What is the biggest country to have a female leader? China, India, United Kingdom, or Germany? I don't know if this is biggest country to ever have a female leader. I think it's biggest country to ever have a female leader. The answer is India. Indira Gandhi. Yep. In which country does it rain the most? England, Papua New Guinea, Fiji, or Colombia? The answer is Colombia in South America. Which country has the fewest homeless people? Denmark, Japan, Poland, or Singapore? I feel like I've done this one before. Maybe not. I don't know. The answer is Japan, where only 0.003% of people are homeless. But the reasons it's so low aren't so good. One is the rarity of people taking their lives being 17.5 in every 100,000, which is way above the global average. Another factor is mental hospitals, where oftentimes patients aren't treated very well. Yeah, I've definitely done that before. Done that question before. I don't know. How many books does the average person read yearly? 2, 13, 17, or 24? The answer is 13. 13 books yearly. I don't think I read one. I wish I did. I wish I read more, but I do not. What is the highest paid programming job? Cybersecurity, mobile engineer, front-end developer, or data scientist? The answer is data scientist. I work in data sciences, technically. Who live longer, vegans or omnivores? Who live longer? The answer is vegans. Vegans. I feel like that's probably not necessarily like because of the vegan diet. It's just that the vast majority of people that are vegan are like a lot more conscious about their health anyway. Like I feel like the like rate of smoking and drinking is probably way less among vegans than non-vegans. I don't know. What is the longest a person ever spent in is 72 years. Francis Smith, sent to prison in 1950, convicted of murder. Though many doubted that he did it, he was released in 2022 at 97 years old. Wow. Imagine being in prison from 1950 to 2022. There would be so much stuff that you don't understand. Wow. What is the most money ever lost in a lawsuit? $2 billion, $38 billion, $71 billion, or $206 billion? That is so much money. Again, I'm sorry about my stomach. The answer is $206 billion. Against tobacco companies. Okay. Which country has the hottest weather? Sudan, Mexico, Saudi Arabia, or Burkina Faso? The answer is Burkina Faso. Didn't know that. What is the highest selling book in the first day of release? Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, Hunger Games, Mockingjay, Spare by Prince Harry, or Twilight Eclipse? Highest selling book in the first day of release. The answer is Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. Okay. What is the most weight that was ever lifted? 1,430 pounds, 3,170 pounds, 4,580 pounds, or 6,270 pounds. Jeez. I guess if you're not American, you might not have the best concept of what a pound is, but I don't know. The average human is 150 pounds. So. The answer is 6,270 pounds by a 364-pound bodybuilder named Paul Anderson. Wow. That's crazy. Let's see. What is the fastest vegetable to grow? Potatoes, carrots, peppers, or radishes? is for buns. The pans that most factories use to make hot dogs have pans that make 4 rolls at a time, and that's an industry norm. Okay, well then why can't you just sell more of them? I don't know. I don't know. What is the city with the most international visitors? New York, London, Beijing, or Hong Kong? The answer is Hong Kong. I've actually heard that the city with the most international visitors is Bangkok, so I could be wrong, but I don't know. What are there more species of in the world, plants or animals? It's funny because he used the wrong there, and I feel like we just had a question about auto-correcting the word there. The answer is animals. 435,000 species of plants have been identified, but that's nothing compared to 8.7 million animals. Wow. Sorry about my throat noises. What was the first Disney animated movie? Steamboat Willie, Pinocchio, Fantasia, or Snow White? Animated movie. The answer is Snow White. Steamboat Willie was the first short film, but yeah. What is the biggest cause of food poisoning? Chicken, milk, fish, or pork? Biggest cause of food poisoning. The answer is chicken. The only thing I've ever gotten food poisoning from was ham, I think. So, how many bones are in the body? 76, 145, 206, or 270? Bones in the body. is the average age for a first kiss? 10, 12, 15, or 18? Average age for a first kiss. The answer is 15. Okay. Seems a little late, but I technically kind of had my first kiss when I was 8, in 2nd grade. I kissed my boyfriend, on the playground, but like, does that count? So if it doesn't count, my first kiss was actually when I was 17. That was when I had like my first real boyfriend, 17. Let's see. I'm skipping some because. What is the highest that anyone has ever counted? 100,000, 1 million, 10 million, or 1 billion? The highest that anyone has ever counted. The answer is 1 million. Jeremy Harper in 2007 took a break from his job as a computer programmer to spend 89 days live streaming himself counting for 16 hours every day to count to 1 million. He did it all to get into the record book, as well as to raise $10,000 for charity. That's pretty crazy. 89 days counting. No, thank you. Okay. How much money does the Church of Scientology have? 300 million, 1.7 billion, 2.5 billion, or 4 billion? It's a lot of money. The answer is 1.7 billion. Okay, I don't even understand what Scientology is, to be honest. I don't know. What is the oldest job ever? Hunter, toolmaker, artist, or courtesan? Courtesan. Courtesan. Oh, the answer is courtesan. But it says, oh, okay. I've just never heard that word before, but he used it because of YouTube censoring. It means like someone who sells themselves for money. Obviously, money. You know what I mean. Oldest job ever. What is the highest paid type of engineer? Mechanical, computer, aerospace, or petroleum? The answer is petroleum. I didn't know that was a kind of engineer, but salary of $145,000 per year, and one of the lowest unemployment rates in the world. Okay. Interesting. Petroleum engineer. What was the first country with farming? Italy, Greece, China, or Egypt? First country with farming. The answer is Egypt. Egypt. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Let's see. I'm now going back through the ones that I skipped because I realized that it doesn't scroll Spider-Man, or Oppenheimer? I feel like that's probably an easy one. The answer is Barbie. Most popular Halloween costume in the world is Barbie. I was not Barbie for Halloween, but I guess I thought about it, because why not? What country do the most Americans originate from? England, Germany, Italy, or Mexico? Country that the most Americans originate from. The answer is England. 49 million Americans are of British ancestry, slightly beating out Germans at 46 million. Oh, okay, we're talking about like way back in the ancestry, not like immigration. That's what my brain immediately went to, was like immigration. What animal has the hardest shell? Tortoises, lobster, snails, or oysters? The hardest shell. The answer is snails. Okay. 43,000 species of snail crawl this earth. 43,000. That's a lot. What was the longest war in history? The 100 Years' War, the Crusades, the Roman Germanic Wars, or the Reconquista? The answer is the Reconquista, which lasted 781 years. That's a long time. What is the most dangerous fish to eat? Pufferfish, barracuda, stingray, or lionfish? I'm so sorry about my stomach. I don't know why it's making all these noises. Shut up. The answer is the pufferfish. Shh. I don't know if you guys can hear it. What is the most lives lost in a volcanic eruption? 15,000, 150,000, 250,000, or 1.5 million? Most lives lost in a volcanic eruption. The answer is 250,000. That was Krakatoa. Wait. Was above the 30 foot. The bigger problem. Oh, Mount Tambora. 36,000 were lost in Krakatoa. 71,000 from Mount Tambora. But what came after was the year without a summer, where the coldest day in history was recorded, and globally almost 200,000 more people lost their lives. Okay. Yeah, that is a lot of people. What country has the highest cancer rate? The United States, Australia, Saudi Arabia, or China? The answer is Australia. Well, Australia has the highest cancer rate. I wonder why. I wonder why that would be. Let's see, can we find this, even though there was a lot of random noise, background noise, and it was a little bit chaotic, but I hope you still enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the multiple choice trivia questions, and let me know how many you got right, how you did. I would love to know. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this video, and I will see you next time. I'll have to wait like another 3 weeks to film another one of these because